Artur Beterbiev has just unified his third world title after defeating Joe Smith Jr. by technical knockout, improving his already flawless record to an impressive 18-0 with 18 knockouts, leaving only one strap left to collect before becoming the undisputed champion of the light heavyweight division. The final belt that Beterbiev seeks is held by one of his very own fellow countrymen. As I'm sure many of you know, Dmitry Bivol is the man who currently holds the WBA title belt, meaning there's only one fight on everyone's mind when it comes to the light heavyweight division, and that's Beterbiev versus Bivol for the undisputed championship of the world. At 20-0 with a much less impressive 11 big wins coming by way of knockout, Dmitry is a completely different animal than Beterbiev. With a total of 160 rounds boxed in his professional career, the amount of experience Bivol has in the ring is significantly greater than Beterbiev's, at just 83 rounds boxed professionally. Their amateur records, on the other hand, are much more comparable, with Dmitry having boxed a total of 101 bouts with just 11 losses, completing 284 rounds in the process. Beterbiev compiled an equally amazing amateur record over the years, having competed in 106 bouts, completing a total of 275 rounds, all while being defeated just 10 times. At least according to BoxRec, because I do see some conflicting information about Beterbiev's amateur career. Some sites saying that he had 295 amateur bouts with just 5 losses. Although both of their amateur careers spanned very similar lengths, with Bivol's amateur career beginning in 2005 and ending in 2014 when he professionally debuted, meaning his amateur career spanned about 9 years. Beterbiev got his start in the amateurs just a tad bit earlier, in 2002, ending his career in 2012, meaning he spent about 10 years in the amateurs. It's quite a considerable statistic, especially when taking into consideration their ages. At age 37, Beterbiev has competed less frequently throughout his career, seeing as Bivol is a full 6 years younger and has just 5 less amateur fights, and 2 more professional bouts than Beterbiev, even though Beterbiev has been in the pros for a year longer than Bivol. When actually diving in to look at the names on their records, you would again notice similarities, but this time in the level of competition. Bivol having defeated name-brand opponents like Jean Pascal, Joe Smith Jr., and of course Canelo Alvarez. Although the names that Beterbiev has added to his record are nothing to scoff at, having defeated the likes of Marcus Brown, Alexander Vosdik, and of course their common opponent in Joe Smith Jr. Both are amazing at imposing their will on their opponents, although they tend to do it in completely different ways. Bivol being much lighter on his feet, with a tendency to throw more volume than power. He likes to pick his opponents apart and doesn't go out of his way to look for the finish, whereas Beterbiev is more of a slugger who's willing to take a good one to give a better one back. Although he still has a very solid bag of technical skills, including his ability to shift from orthodox to southpaw effectively, and his ability to cut off the ring with footworks like L-steps. I can't stop thinking about how these two compare, and who would take the victory, so I started a poll for our community to vote on, and so far the results have been very interesting to say the least. With 400 total votes, Bivol is looking to be a 2-1 favorite, sitting at just over 70% of the total votes. I'm going to put a link to the poll in the description and in the comments. I'd really appreciate if you would go and cast your vote. Let's get a better idea of who everyone thinks would win. Thank you so much to everyone who has taken the time to watch, like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it.